Hi, this is Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. I told you I was going to tell you about our traditions on this last Saturday. This last Saturday was Thanksmas for our family. Thanksmas, to make it simple, is a time when we've all agreed as a family. So I've got children that are married and grandchildren who have to decide each year, do they go to the wife's family, the husband's family, and maybe they've got some split marriages and some choices that they have to make. But this way, we know that one day we get everybody together and we have some traditions and celebrations and we just have a blast. I think this last Saturday was one of the very best Thanksmas we've had so far. It was just so much fun and it just happened so fast. But we go through certain traditions, and the traditions that we went through this year included the one that we always do, where we take our hand, everybody takes their hand, and they trace it on a white tablecloth. We have these colored permanent markers, and then they write the date down, and then they write a story that they're grateful for, or they write some other things that they might be grateful for. But the important thing is to try and include a story. It's our way of collecting stories from everybody throughout the year and then having something to talk about when we're together. And they go back and look at the previous years and they see how their hand has grown, or they see how things have changed. Or maybe they brought a friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend in and they also put their hand, they go, ooh, I can't believe I had that person over here. But we kind of leave it open from Thanksgiving till the end of the year for our family to trace it. In fact, it's gotten to the point that if our extended family can't make it to our home, we have to ship the tablecloth to them. It's amazing how many stories we collect. And I know some of you have embraced this, and it just tickles me when you send me a text and show me how you've done it with your family. It's just so exciting to be able to see the ripples from that. Well, we started a new tradition also. You can see this backdrop that I have here. This is our studio. This is where I record a lot of times. And so I opened it up and brought the kids in. We put the little lavaliers on them. So, even our little 2-year-old had his lavalier on, and all the way from our teenagers, and how they all jumped in. They were so excited about it. That's the part that was amazing. Every one of them was excited to participate. We didn't have to coddle them or convince them or encourage them or spark them. We did some of the parents, and some of the parents chose to do it, and some of the parents chose not to do it, and that's okay. But we still went through and recorded everyone. We asked them a series of great questions. If they could have a superpower, what would it be? If they could give a gift to Jesus, what would it be? We crossed the gamut, and these little kids responded, and there was some hilarious moments, some funniest moments, some serious moments. But we captured all of this. And now next year when they come back, that's going to be one of our traditions, is to watch the movie from last year. See, they won't see it. They won't see it at all till next year. And so we're going to start cataloging and creating, this, just like we're doing with the hands now. See, we're starting to catalog the hands, so I can pick any family member's name and go across and actually have photographs where I can see their hand that we'll take off the tablecloth. So I can see in any given year, for all this series of years, how their hands have changed, what stories have changed, and we're going to create a database like that over time. Well, the same thing with the video. We think it'll be very interesting to see how these kids change, so their ideas change, and be able to just match those together over time. So we'll see what happens, but it's a new tradition. Now let me talk to you about something. What's the difference between presents and gifts? We all love presents, don't we? We all love presents. But at this time of the year, gifts, there is a difference between gifts and presents. Gifts are those things that we give from the heart. It's a gift. Gifts that we're born with is a love that we have, the ability to share and really to give of ourselves, of our time, energy, our mind, and our heart. Those things of enduring value. The things that we buy, the presents we buy at the store, sometimes don't last very long. But when we can give something, our time and our energy, to help others that are in need, to really reach out and make a difference, that's what makes this time of year meaningful. I don't care what your religion is. When you can focus in on making this time meaningful and not make it about yourself, these become your very best years. We encouraged our children. We were able to make a donation out of our family foundation, and we gave it in cash to each one of our children. And we said, work with your family and create creative gratitude. Be creative in what you're doing in terms of finding places that you can use this money, maybe to multiply. And this is their first way that we've done it this way, or we did it years ago, but we haven't done it like this for a long time. And what we're looking for is over time, now we'll see what happens this year, but next year and the further years as they think about it, how do we multiply that experience for those that are in need? So for example, an easy example, well, let's say that I got some money and it was enough to buy a chainsaw. So I went and bought a chainsaw with it. Then we as a family went out and got a permit to cut down trees and make cords of wood. We then bring the cords of wood back and we sell the wood. The wood is sold for multiples over what we got and above the cost of the chainsaw. We now take and sell that cords of wood. Now we have more money that we can go out and do something with to even help more families or more individuals that are in need. That's creative gratitude. That makes this season meaningful. Let's cap this meaningful year with a meaningful holiday season, shall we? I look forward to next year. Next week, I'm going to share with you my one word for next year. My one word that's going to drive us, that's going to make next year even more meaningful than this year. Thank you for being with me. Happy holidays. I'll talk to you next Monday. Bye-bye.